Hey friends, this is Carin Lynch at the Wildwood Lifestyle Center Teaching Kitchen, where today we are going to make another super recipe. It's going to be a carob candy. Now you're going to say to yourself, why are we making candy out of carob? Well, I'm going to tell you there's some great health benefits. So, what is carob? Carob is actually a flowering bush from like the Mediterranean area, but they grow these pods, and these pods can be dried and ground up, just like cocoa powder. But why would I use carob other than cocoa powder? Well, there's two big reasons. The first is carob does not have any caffeine in it. Now, caffeine happens to be the most widely abused drug ever. And the second thing is that it has dairy in it. Chocolate, when they make milk chocolate, they put dairy in it. And we want to try to stay away from dairy as much as possible, especially animal products nowadays. So here are our ingredients. These are carob chips. Now, carob chips look just like chocolate chips, except they come in 3 different varieties. This is a regularly sweetened carob chip, but they also come barley malt sweetened, which is a little lower glycemic, especially better for diabetics, or an unsweetened. Now, since we're using some dried raisins today, that can bring sweetness to this candy so that you would even be able to use the unsweetened if you choose. We're going to use peanut butter, but you could use any nut butter or seed butter like sunflower seed butter to make this recipe. We have some dried raisins, some chopped peanuts, and I'm going to top it with a little coconut, shredded coconut here. Now, if you put these ingredients together and your final product is going to remind you of a pretty famous candy in the United States called the Chunky Bar. Okay, so let's get ready to cook. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put everything in one pot. That's the best kind of recipe when you only have one dirty dish. So we're going to start with our peanut butter. I like to put the peanut butter in first, just because it will keep the carob chips from burning and they'll melt nicer. Now, in regular chocolate, a lot of times we use a double boiler, but here today we can put this right on the stove at about medium heat and it will melt these chips nicely. All right, so now that we've melted our carob chips and our peanut butter together, I'm just going to add in the other ingredients. I'm going to put some raisins in and some chopped peanuts. Okay, so now that we've melted everything and put it all together, I'm just going to spread it out on a silicone pad, but you can actually put just some parchment paper down on a baking sheet. If you'd like these to be nice squares, you can put parchment paper in a 9x9 baking pan and you could actually pour our candy right in there. But I'm making this like a bark. How's that? So you can make this as thick as you want or as thin as you want. And lastly, I'm just doing this because I think it looks pretty and I love coconut. I'm just going to top this with some shredded unsweetened coconut. And now the last step, we just stick this in the freezer for about 20 minutes and you're done with your candy. And there you have it, a great candy. Now, one of the things I like to do with this candy is I use mini muffin tins with some wrappers. I pour it in, harden them, and I sometimes put them out for baby showers or bridal showers. It's so many things that you can do, but this is a great, simple, easy candy. Why don't we give it a try? I'm going to tell you, you are not going to even know this isn't chocolate, but it's so much more healthy. Hey, you can't get good production teams anymore, can you? Well, friends, our time is up here at the Wildwood Lifestyle Center Teaching Kitchen, but I want to invite you to go and see our videos on our YouTube channel, DIY Health, or our Facebook page, Wildwood Lifestyle Center.